Yo guys, what's up everyone? Retro Gamer Chris here, and today we're going to be discussing which one was better, Super Mario 64 or Super Mario 64 DS. Alright, so how we're going to be rating both of these games is by three factors: the controls, extra features, and the graphics. Now, we all know that Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64 is obviously the best. It's just better, and way just people know it more. Like, they know this is an awesome game. This was like, I believe it was the actual first 3D game. Well, there were other 3D games, but this was like the first 3D game that like it enhanced how 3D games were and worked, because like you could switch around cameras by pressing the C controls on the N64 controller, move around your camera and give you a new perspective. It's just better, but we're just gonna be seeing we're just gonna compare contrast them from each other. Like, what does this have that this one doesn't? What does this one have that this one doesn't? Alright, so people have a lot of complaints about the controls. Alright, so, people were expecting the A button to be the jump button, but it's instead the punch button. But in my opinion, I think, the B button in the jump button is a way more comfortable, way to jump. Your thumbs are perfectly in line instead of having to put your hands, your thumbs horizontal and your hands horizontal like this. Alright, so the main problem people have been having is the D-pad controls. People don't really like the D-pad controls. I say the same, because it's a bit wonky and all, but that doesn't mean you can't play with the 3DS. Alright, so first of all, I want to say, don't mind about my screen. My sister, when she was playing this, she dropped it, and yeah, that happened. But as you can see, you're able to use the D-pad, as you can see, which makes it, or not the D-pad, the joystick, or the joy circle. I don't know what this one's called. Joystick is like the one that sticks out. But as you can see, you move a lot better. But then people are going to be like,
but Retro Video Gamer Chris, how do you expect people in 2005 to play Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo DS on a 2DS or 3DS in 2005? It didn't even exist back then.
but we're not talking about 2006 or the years below 2011 to 2006. We're talking about the worst year in the world, which is right now, 2020. Because right now, we have the 3DS, but then we didn't. But right now, you're able to play the 3DS. If you don't have it, you're poor, and you should just get it if you want to play this game with an analog stick. You stupid! But anyways, I say the controls, they're alright. The 3DS, you can also slip off the stick easily, like I am. Like, I'm not actually forcing it to slip off, but yeah, I'm actually slipping off, as you can see. I give the controls for Super Mario 64 DS a 5.5. Now let's talk about the game itself. So what I mean by the game itself is like extras and what makes it so fun. So obviously what makes it so fun is for everything it's Super Mario 64, same storyline, but with Super Mario 64 DS, there's more to do. So there is, I believe, 40 more stars, so you can get to 160 stars. And so yeah, there's like more stars to gather. Right now I'm at 51. So yeah, I'm at 51 stars on this. And you can also play 2-player. So here, if you guys didn't see my nostalgia trip episode, go check that out, and then you can see what it's like. But yeah, oh, no, don't, But yeah, you can play 2-player where you have to try to get as much stars. And then you also have Rec Room. So here you got all the mini games. So you have mini games you can play. For example, let's try. What was my most favorite one when I was younger? I think it was that one. So let me get my stylus. So if we play this one, you can see we try to get all the bombs with the cannons. So yeah, you just have a lot more stuff to do with the DS. Now, my aim is suckish right now because I'm looking through the camera. So yeah, you just have extra stuff you're able to do. So yeah. That's extras about the game. And also, wait, hold up, there's one more thing. Now, the one thing that does kind of suck about this one, for the extras, is everyone's favorite part of Mario 64, messing with Mario's face. So obviously you have Yoshi and Mario, so there's more people, but look how boring this is. It's just a drawing. Sure, it looks kind of goofy and derpy, like that looks terrifying, but it's not as fun as the regular Super Mario 64. So yeah, droopy. Yeah, also with Mario, and then it just goes back to normal. Yeah, it's not as fun as the Mario 64 one, which I'll get to you guys in a minute after we're finished reviewing Mario 64 DS part. So yeah, that's the extras for Super Mario 64 DS, and I give it a. The next best feature about this is there's more characters you can be. Can be Wario, as you can see. Hold up, let's go in here. So look, you're the homie Wario, the diabetic Wario. You can be Luigi. So yeah, L is real, but it actually turned out L is kind of real, because they found Luigi's models in the Giga Leaks. You can be Mario, and then you can also be, if you go back in that same character, you can be the homie Yosh, which is quite nice. Got Yosh right here. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and not to mention that the game is freaking portable, so that's also an awesome extra about the freaking game.
Alright, thank you, Earape Chris. Now for Super Mario 64 DS extra features, I give a solid 8. Alright, let's get in graphics wise in the game. You can tell the difference between Super Mario 64 DS and Super Mario 64. There's a bit more detail, if you guys can see. But I mean, the graphics together, I mean, it is on a DS, and they just look a little bit weird, I would say. So yeah, you can see it's kind of riggedy right there. But yeah, I mean, the graphics they're okay. I mean, it's on the DS operating system, or it's on the DS. The operating system isn't as good as the N64. So yeah, now, yeah, the graphics, I mean, they're okay. Alright, I give the graphics for Super Mario 64 DS a solid 5. Alright, so Super Mario 64 for Nintendo 64. Let's get on to the controls. Scared me. Jesus. Almost had a legit heart attack. Jeez. So right off the bat, it's on an analog stick or joystick. So it's a lot more easier to move. You don't need any kind of like other console controller, like how with the DS, you switch to 3DS, have an analog stick, which your finger slips off of. But the Nintendo 64 joystick, it does get loose, but you know, you can always fix that or get a new controller. Also, the buttons are greatly placed. I mean, the buttons on the DS is also greatly placed. They're basically the same placement for jump. But also on the DS, you had to hold down, I believe, Y to be able to run. So yeah, camera angles, you have more camera angles to choose from. You can zoom in a bit more. I believe you can on the DS also, but yeah, it's a bit more easier. You can zoom this way. Also, there's a lot of glitches you can do. Well, that's not really part of the controls, so I'll get to that soon. I give the controls for Super Mario 64 a solid 9. Alright, extras for Super Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64. What everyone loves? Being able to mess with Mario's face and it looks cool, instead of like freaking stencil drawings on the other freaking Mario 64 on the DS. Freaking weird. Like, look, this one is a lot more fun, and it's freaking memey. That's even a word, but like, man, just look at this. People have so much fun doing that. You can make Mario's mustache. I don't know why I'm speaking like that, but you can make Mario's mustache like a freaking foot long. Like, just look at. And yeah, it's just. Oh, that is hot. But other than that, there really is no more features. Like, there's not really, oh yeah, glitches. So, a lot of people have the newer version of Super Mario 64 DS. Well, it's not really that new, it's like made a year after the first. So, the first one, on the DS, you're able to do quite a bit of glitches. But then, a lot of people, they have the newer cartridge of Super Mario 64 DS, which removed almost all of the glitches. But on Super Mario 64, with the Nintendo 64, you're able to do a lot of glitches, like the BLJs, which with this controller, I'm not really able to do BLJs because my analog stick and stuff. You can also like duplicate hats. You can also check out that video. I'm not really going to demonstrate any glitches, but I'm just naming down a few. But yeah, there's like a lot of cool glitches. Also, like with a Chuckia, like if you go into the certain part where Chuckia is not really able to be at, blocks will, like the Chuckia will randomly turn into other blocks, making you look like you're holding the brick and stuff. So yeah, features not really that much. I give the extras feature for Super Mario 64 a solid 4. Alright, now let's move on to graphics. Everyone loves Mario 64 graphics, like especially Mario himself. People love Mario's model in this game. It's just what everyone really loves about Super Mario 64. Like, just seeing Mario's model, it looks cool. Everything else is a lot more crisper than the DS. Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64 looks especially better on a CRT, which I am on. I used to be on my LCD TV. It didn't look that good. Also had input lag. There is detail, as you can see, but I think Mario 64 DS has a bit more detail. Obviously there's a lot of detail in this, but I feel like on Mario 64 DS, there's like a lot more detail to stuff like trees, the grass, I believe the castle also, I believe the water. So yeah, the graphics everyone knows and loves, and I give this I give the graphics for Super Mario 64 a solid 8. So there you have it, folks. Super Mario 64 is way better than Super Mario 64 for the DS. Now, I still love this game. This has been a major part of my childhood. Because I would always play this on my DS all the time when I was younger. I know my brothers always did too. This is always going to be a part of me. But it's just a comparison video of how Mario 64 is better than Mario 64 DS. But let me know your guys' opinion and what you think is better. Just have your facts or just your opinion. Just like, I think this is better because da 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 da. Don't be like, I think this is better. Or say like, I think this is better because it's better than this. Or Super Mario 64 DS sucks because it sucks. So yeah, guys, that's about it for the video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. See ya.